Welcome to this calm guide through one of the most significant days in the Christian calendar, Good Friday. Today, we'll walk through 10 common questions and wrap up with a bonus reflection to help make this day more personal and meaningful for you. Let's begin. First up, what is Good Friday? Good Friday is the day Christians remember the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It's a solemn day of reflection, mourning, and reverence. It marks the moment when Jesus sacrificed himself for the sins of the world, an act of deep love and redemption. Now you might wonder, why is it called Good Friday? It sounds strange, doesn't it? After all, it commemorates suffering and death. But the good in Good Friday refers to the good outcome, salvation. It's good because it was the turning point in the story of grace. Some historians also believe the name evolved from God's Friday. So what exactly happened on Good Friday according to the Bible? Jesus was betrayed, arrested, and put on trial. He was beaten, mocked, and sentenced to death by crucifixion. He carried his own cross to a hill called Golgotha, and there he died between two criminals. At the moment of his death, the earth quaked, the temple veil tore, darkness fell across the land. It was a moment that shook heaven and earth. Which brings us to a big question. Why did Jesus have to die? From a Christian perspective, Jesus died to take on the sins of the world, to bridge the gap between humanity and God. It was the fulfillment of prophecy and a divine rescue mission. As Scripture says in John 3 verse 16, "For God so loved the world, that he gave his only Son." It was love, not punishment, that led him to the cross. But how is Good Friday different from Easter? Good Friday is about the cross. Easter is about the empty tomb. Good Friday remembers the sacrifice. Easter celebrates the victory. It's like two sides of one coin. Sorrow and joy, death and resurrection. Both are essential to the story. Next, let's talk symbols. What are the key symbols of Good Friday? The most powerful symbol is the cross, the place of crucifixion. Others include the crown of thorns, the nails, the color black or red, and even silence. Some churches strip their altars bare on Good Friday, symbolizing emptiness and grief. How do Christians observe Good Friday today? Practices vary. Some attend church services with readings from the Passion Story. Others participate in the Stations of the Cross or set aside time for quiet prayer and reflection. Many spend the hours between noon and mid-afternoon, the traditional hours of Jesus' suffering, in silence or worship. And is Good Friday a day of fasting? Yes, for many Christians, especially in Catholic and Orthodox traditions, it's a day of fasting and abstinence. Fasting helps create space for reflection and reminds believers of Jesus' suffering. For example, some may eat only one small meal that day or avoid meat altogether. What's the significance of 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Good Friday? It's believed to be the hour when Jesus died. That's why many churches hold services or invite people to pause at that time. Even a simple moment of silence at mid-afternoon can become a sacred act of remembrance. Here's another important question. Why is the cross so central to Good Friday? Because the cross is where everything changed. It was a brutal instrument of death, but in Jesus' case, it became a symbol of love, mercy, and hope. The cross reminds Christians that even in darkness, God is still at work. And finally, our bonus reflection. What should I personally reflect on during Good Friday? Great question. This isn't just about remembering a historical event. It's about connecting with it today. Ask yourself, what does Jesus' sacrifice mean to me? What parts of my life need surrender or healing? What does love, humility, and forgiveness look like in my world? You don't need all the answers. You just need space to ask the questions. Thank you for spending this time reflecting on Good Friday with us. We've included helpful links in the description, from scripture readings to reflection guides and creative ways to honor the day. Wishing you a meaningful Good Friday and a holy week full of quiet grace.